Hello guys, and welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the best places and the best Tems that you can farm in order to TV train your Tems in Temtem. Now TV training is very important as it literally goes on top of the original SVs that you train into your Temtems to make them more powerful in certain areas, like from any of the 7 stats, which are HP, stamina, speed, attack, defense, special attack, and special defense. Now, breeding has no effect on TVs, I'm just going to say that first. And secondly, how do you get TVs? Well, TVs, you get TVs on your Tem whenever you capture or defeat a wild Temtem. You will get a TV stat added onto your Tem. Normally it's very small, as 3, 2, or 1. Sometimes you can even get 4 if it's one of the more powerful Tems. Now, also I need to add in that you can also get a maximum of 500 points into one stat. So you can have 500 HP TVs, 500 stamina TVs, but you can't have any more than 500 in every specific stat. And secondly, you can have a maximum of 1000 TVs, so you can have 500 in HP and 500 in stamina, and then you won't be able to gain any more TVs on that Tem. Now there are items that you can buy to get rid of these from the shops that sell the fruits, and the fruits are used to add TVs and get rid of them. So first way that you're going to be able to get TVs is from buying them. Now there are 2 shops which sell items that can take away and give your Tems TVs. First place is in Omnesia, and this place sells the bigger fruits. These ones are going to add 20 TVs to your Tem. There's fruits that can add 50 TVs to a random stat, and there's fruits that can take away the same amount of TVs. Now do keep in mind that if you're going to fully TV train a Tem from this shop, it does cost 25k pansons in total to get 1000 worth of TVs or fruits from the shop. And secondly, it only gives it in loads of 20, so if you want to get really specific with the amount of TVs you put into a Tem, then you're going to want to head to the second shop in Kisiwa, where they can sell more fruits, or I think they even sweets over there, which can add 1 TV to a specific stat. Now, I haven't done the maths on the shop in Kisiwa, but obviously adding 1 is going to be more expensive than adding 20. Otherwise there'd be no point in buying 20, you might as well buy 1 again and again. Now we got that out of the way, that's how you can buy TVs. Now for those of you who don't have that much money or pansons in the game yet, farming TVs can be just as effective, and obviously it's going to take longer than if you already have the pansons, but if you look at it, sometimes it would take longer to grind out the pansons than it would to actually farm these TVs. Real quick, I forgot to add this in before I go over the gears that will be extremely useful. I am going to make a video on how to get these. That's going to come out in probably the next 2 days if any of you guys are interested. But with that done and said, you guys can continue on watching. But if you are going to farm TVs, one thing is necessary. Literally half the amount of time you need to get your TVs that you need is the proteins. Now the proteins is a gear that you can equip to any single one of your Tems, and it will double the amount of TVs that it collects when you're defeat or capturing a wild Tem. Another gear that 2 more that could be useful are the lure and the coward's cloak. Now the lure will make it so that the enemies are forced to attack one of your Tems, so say this is the more tanky one. Your Tem that you're trying to get TV trained on or level up will be able to stay alive, so you don't have to keep, I don't know, using your Tem Essence file, and going back to the place where you heal your Tems and just keep on reviving them. It's very tedious, takes so long. The lure in some cases can be necessary if you're not going to take out the enemy Tems before they're going to take out you, or your lower level Tem that you're trying to level up. And also, another thing that can be very useful is the coward's cloak. Now this allows you to get TVs on, you could say 3 Tems at once, because the coward's cloak will still gain the TVs and everything else like XP. It will gain the TVs and the XP. Now do keep in mind it's not overpowered for XP farming, because the XP will then be split between 3 Tems instead of 2, But for the TVs, you'll be able to get the TVs on that Tem as well. So you can technically be doing 3 Tems at the same time here. And another piece of gear, it's the final one, it's actually 4, I'm sorry, I lied, I thought it was the eraser. Now the eraser turns everything upside down. It does the opposite. So instead of gaining TVs from defeating these Tems, you're going to be losing them. Now, why would you want to lose TVs? Why would you want to do that? We say you've been going through the story with a couple Tems that you like, or you found Tems that you like and you didn't know about TV training, and you've got all these random TVs scattered everywhere. You'll be able to use this to fight against these Tems and obviously get rid of them all. Now, you won't be able to use proteins because you can only have 1 gear at the same time. You're not going to be able to double the ones you take away. So take away more than you can be. There's only a set limit with that. So that will take longer than gaining. Take away will take longer than gaining, but it's probably more worth it than buying, especially if you're lower level right now. Now, before we get into this, I just want to say that some Tems only give you 1 TV. Now, there are some Tems that will give you 2 TVs, like HP and attack, and there are ones that will give you more TVs, but they'll have a lower spawn rate, which could be a lot more inconsistent. And if you want to do some brain dead farming and just be running around killing, not have to worry about attacking the wrong thing, actually putting TVs on the wrong Tem, getting the wrong TVs and the wrong Tem, then having to go and take it off, I would recommend these spots more. And if you do want to find those other spots, I will link the website that I've used in the description, so you guys can go check it out for yourself. Just saying, I did not gather this information myself. I gathered it off a website called Temstrat, which I am going to link in the description for you guys, that you can check out yourselves if you want to know more about Farming TVs. But this is just the basics of the ones you can gain. Now, the first ones we're going to be talking about are the HP TVs. Saipat will give you, defeating a Saipat will give you 3 HP TVs. Saipats found in these on the gifted bridges, and they're just in their own little corner where you can farm them at the 100% spawn rate, like I said. Next, we're going to look at stamina. And Taterus will give you 2 stamina TVs, and they also found in these, and they found near the top Presine coast. Next, you've got speed, and for speed, the scale gives you 1 speed TVs found in Leeward Fort. Now, this is not a lot of TVs. This is only 1 speed. Even if it's proteins, that's 2. It's still hardly any. Because it's that much, it's not that much. You might want to be getting 2 speed TVs. And there's only one other way you can do this, and that's with bum buns. And the bum buns have a 75% encounter rate in the Kakamacino. So again, you're going to have to watch out for what else spawns in that zone and not attack that. Only be attacking in the the bum buns. Next, we're going to be looking at for attack. And now attack, we have the Magnus and Mastion, which will give you 2 and 3 attack TVs. Obviously 2 from the Magnus and 3 from the Mastion. These are found in Ulterior Amnesia, they're in the bottom left floating island, the little bottom right bush. That's where you're going to find these guys, just chilling. And for defense, there is actually no defense that Temtem that will give you defense TVs. That's at 100% spawn rate with only defense TVs. The Lapronite, however, will give you 2 defense TVs found in Takma in the Nickel Mines. Now, the Lapronite only has a 80% spawn rate. I'm sure it's 80% spawn rate. 80-85. And now the Lapronite does also have 2 spawns, and you want to go to the one I'm showing on the map, because in this spawn it also has a 5% chance that you encounter an Zurok, which is an evolved Lapronite, and that gives you +3 defense TVs. So going there, you're going to have a higher chance of encountering a Tem. It's going to give you more defense TVs, it's way more efficient than going to the other zone where I think Urgy has spawns as well, which you just do not want in general, because it just doesn't give you defense TVs. For special attack, you're going to want to be just farming Toxlotls, which will give you 2 plus special attack TVs. Nothing special about this one. In the Toxlotl Reservoir, and lastly, we have special defense. And foam moves will give you +2 special defense found in the Solaro River. Now, that is it, all for the TVs. If there is any I missed out, or any farming zones that you guys have that are way better than the ones I've said, please do leave them in the comments so I can pin it and I can share it and make sure everyone's having the most efficient time of their lives over here. Yeah, but without a doubt, that'll be it. If you guys could like and subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. And I'll see you guys in the next one.